One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Liberty Flames, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Beavers will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Just a hair too much on it for this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Quarterback just threw that one wide. Might have been bothered that the defender was going to try to undercut that route and pick it off.
Yeah, and those out routes, remember, you're throwing all the way towards the sideline, so it's a longer throw. And you're right, if you miss short, Reese, that DB gets to take it, collect it, and go back to the house the other direction. So you definitely want to miss long, but I just wouldn't say that long.
Sends it back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And they sniffed that draw out. When a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target over the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oregon State.
The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Turning it on! The ball pops out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back because that was a touchdown, and he dropped it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Makes the catch. It's Graham. Crosses the 30. He's got away. There he goes. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They go to the ground. Jumped on top of the pile. The The Flames in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to beat him to the left. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Flames line it up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Liberty!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Wake Forest packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Deeks Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in Winston-Salem. Always fun to see 2 of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Beaver!
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Got a man, it's Clay. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Flames with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Grabbed in the middle. It's low. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's loose down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Flames.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Smith takes the handoff, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Quickly to the tight end. On his feet at the 40. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll try to pop the draw. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
The Beavers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football. It looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
The play-action fake. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Flames want to pick up the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Complete downfield. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Got enough for the first down. All kinds of room to the right. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? He scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 10 over Bowling Green. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the grab, it's Wells. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The give is to Smith. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And the Beavers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll run the option. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. On the option. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21.
Let's go.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off play action on first down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The Flames have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Snap coming before halftime. They'll run it from the gun. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Beavers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try to get outside. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Flames will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
To the air, it's McMillan. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Carr. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. At the 45 on his way. He's running free down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Handoff to the single back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
DB's right up on the receivers.
221 wing. 221 wing.
Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Finds a big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Base 27 jump.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Running into the open space. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Flames will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Card. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Smith takes the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Leach. Working that wide receiver screen. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Coleman. Breaks into the open. Finally, they get him out of bounds. Thought they were going to let him run until he got tired. I don't think he's tired. He's headed to the fourth quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Flames! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there. They're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
The give is to Smith. Comes through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's McMillan. Got his man downfield. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Matthews. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. The corners are walked up tight. He lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Liberty! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 8 over Appalachian State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
To give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Knocked down in the backfield. And, boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Defense in press coverage. On the move. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
That keeps the score. Liberty 44, Oregon State 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Give to the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. When you know you have a team